to the live. If you've been following the lives we've been having these days, you know what I'm doing here. Painting sunset effect on this NMM, and so the bottom part, it looks all right, but I want to have more richness in the colors, and so now that's a very experimental painting. Like I want to have this bold fiery orange up to the yellow in the highlights, as if this metal was reflecting the sun itself. And the sun comes from the back because it belongs to this piece here, and you see the sun. Sorry, the sun comes from this side, and so like at the left here, and the guy he's flying over the water. And now, okay, so I've been doing back and forth and really trying to something new that I'm doing here, and that's why I call it experimental. I can do NMM, no problem. Well, no problem. You know, you can always do it better, but something I want to try is stark differences in the sources of light. And so I want to have him flying with the sun in his back, the sunset in his back, and then from above there would be some hues of pink, orange and purple because he's under the sky. And so I'm trying that. So for the legs here, I have really done back and forth, and I think it works better. The more gray we have, I think the better it looks. I went too far with the orange and sun, and kind of went back with this sketching gray back in. I think it's better. And so here I have a little problem, and my problem is I want a transition from the sun to the blue and the purple. If you look like this, I think it looks great. I like it, but this is also an important viewpoint on the diorama, and so this to me is not all right. This is bizarre, and so today we'll be working just on this part, trying to well, I think something I did pretty well in the previous live is this area here. I'm pretty pleased with that. If we go like this, in fact, so the more metal we see, the better it looks. And so here, just one reflection for the sun, and this kind of minor secondary purple highlights, and that works pretty well in introducing this purple hue into the mix. So that's the result of the experiments up to now. And this purple is too much. I think in this situation is very much, although if it was a purple sky and no sun, I think that would work pretty fine. But here the problem is not parts on their own, it's the combination of everything having harmonious and that many colors. And in addition, there are very saturated colors, and so that is a complex puzzle. Just pushing myself to try to do better. So today, that's the thing. First, I will take care of this, and instead of having a purple highlight, I will go to something more like this. For instance, you see this transition like this, so from the purple to kind of a light bluish, greenish gray. So that's the first part here. I think I will start with that. It's a very light highlight, and try to just let a slight touch of purple on the model, and not as much as what we have now. So I will start with this area here on the thigh. I think it's not, so it's just sketching as well. Just trying to make the colors work. Ooh, that's a bit rough, but okay, for a sketch that will do. I'm really trying to get back to something that is blue and not purple, with just a hint of purple. So I'm just trying on this line here, as well as this, and if it works, I will do it on the rest. So like I said, this is experimental. And so I think it may work. It may work. So let's keep hope. Perseverance in the face of the lack of immediate satisfaction, I think is the key to just get better. That's just what I'm trying to do. In fact, here is not really about doing this quick or for the show or whatever. That's the live session as I see them, is just sharing the real-time painting. And if it's if the painting is struggle, so be it. Different from the polished versions. For instance, you'll find on my channel the long form videos, everything's polished and looks smooth, but of course is far from being smooth. It depends, you know, if you don't push yourself and you do something you have done before, maybe you can practice, you know, just doing it quicker. That's also a good practice. Here, it's not about being quick, it's just about trying a new technique for new results. And that's why I call it very experimental. Back and forth, and it's just a puzzle, trying to solve a puzzle. Okay. Yes, I'm having a good idea now. It's a pretty fair try here. And I'll be honest with you guys. Today I almost yesterday I went to bed super late, and I almost didn't want to do a live today. I was like, hey, whatever, I'm not going to do anything great. But then I thought that endurance and perseverance are strength, and it has to be trained. And so here I am today in front of the camera, painting again. where really the struggle almost made me quit. But at the same time, I'm also very curious to check if I can do it. Can I manage? That's a great question that I'm trying to solve here. Can I do something greater than what I've already done? I think it's worth having a try. Like this. Hope you guys doing well, and very welcome to join and chill. So I'm very much just sketching here. I want to see the colors work before I do something that is more elaborate. So I think for the sketch, I will leave it like this, and then continue on the purple side. I have to smooth the transition slightly from this very light blue, just getting some softness in the transition to the purple. Okay, and then look what I'm about to do. What am I about to do? I'm about to darken the whole area here. Let me check. What should I darken it? Maybe just some of this dark gray that I've been using a lot. And on that, yeah, okay. I will do something, hopefully that will make the whole thing come together again. Oh, that's pretty bad here. Having a situation. Okay, better. And now just getting that in. Oof, that's not diluted enough. Yes, that's better now. And glazing back here. Oof, that's a bit stark again. Okay, something just like that. Very smooth and gentle. And so you see here the big difference between like this at the bottom and this at the top is the highest light. It used to be purple, bright purple, but that means that the most of the it's getting mostly light from a purple source, and I think that's too much here. I need something a lot more subtle. So we have this purple here that is reminiscent of the sun, but that will be it. And now the last touch would be a secondary reflection looks amazing. I hope to get to your level one day with enough practice. Victor Keith Shah, thank you very much for your kind words. I do this live to share my journey and hopefully inspire you guys if you also want to get better. That's just my objective, really, is also to get better. Whatever your level, painting offers this satisfaction is that you can get better with practice. And you see here the kind of practice I think I need. You know, maybe some people they can learn faster, but definitely for me it has not come like in 24 hours. Although I have not painted that many models, there is a lot of thinking about the how to paint. And so thinking really is contemplation. I call that contemplation. It's just so important to paint with intention. Okay, so now I will do this little line here that is, I think, very nice. Let me go here like this. Okay. And that would be reminiscent of the red from the sunlight. Hello from Texas, Nam Cards. Whoa, I have a lot of people tuning in from Texas, so that's nice. Let me check, where should I put it? Maybe in the very middle here. Oh, maybe I will do it like so, because really it's a line. Okay, and hopefully that will be very subtle, but that will bring this richness, this chromatic richness that I'm working on. Still not very noticeable, but yes, I like this already, that we have this light instead of like the purple one. I think just more subtle, less is more, as usual. But yeah, that's the thing, right? If you don't try, then you won't know. Okay, something like this. Yes, so the line can be a bit thicker because I want it to be noticeable and not just something that you know, is invisible to the eye. Okay, and now I will darken the area in between the violet red and the bluish purple. So let me show you. I don't know if you see it well on camera, but that's the violet red line here, and that's the bluish purple. And so I will have a line in between the two, just to increase the contrast. And see how it goes. So you see what I do here, a drop, I make a line, I let it dry, and then again. And by doing that, I have a natural gradient. I don't need to do like wet blending, or I don't know what, it's just kind of stippling mixed with what, glazing? Yes, stippling and glaze, that's exactly that. Hello, Silver Scratch Build Product 6277. How are you doing? Okay, I think it's okay. I think it could be more red though. So Let me also do reinforce the purplish highlight. Okay, something like this. I have too much water on my brush. Whoops. Yes. Too much. You see this drop here? It's terrible. Okay, let's do something like this, all right? And then I will do something else. This line that I have, oops, sorry. Here, the focus. I think it's not red enough. I want something that is more red. So let's try with this wine red that maybe, how to say, too much, but it's just testing here on this little piece. That's my palette here. You see all the purple, I have many purples, but let me check. Let's have it here in the corner so I can mix it with this. If it's too red, I will tone it down with this, the violet red. I thought the violet red was enough, but here I feel I need a more reddish tone. So here we go, violet red. That is kind of a beautiful magenta, to be honest. Hello. I hope you guys are doing great. Okay, so very much a clay. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going for a golden demon. I'm not. I think I'm very far from that level, to be honest with you guys. The golden demon. I think. Yeah. I hope one day, but if I go to the States, because I'm not from the US, so if I make the trip there, I hope to, I would do only if I have chances, at least having like commanded entry or something, that goes noticed. But now I think it's a bit early. Okay, so I'm adding this red tone in there. And then let's check. Second pass. Okay, something like this. And so there is a better transition here between this and that already. So let me redo all of these purple lights just like I did this. I think it's a great move, and so let's try. And so in fact, if you watch my previous lives, I have the diffusion on the channel. I went overboard with this kind of fiery orange that killed the effect. And so now I'm really getting back to something a lot more measured. But of course, it's normal to want the highest impacts and then working backwards, like back and forth. It's natural process. So let's do that. Learning. This is a learning process. Okay, something like this. And now I'm just sketching, not really refining the transitions. I will do that later if the color transitions work. So in fact, I've been really, how to say, splitting the steps on my journey to, you know, just get better. And it all started by placing the lights, increasing the contrast. And now I'm more like working on the colors. Oof, that's a bit stark, but that's all right. Oops, sorry, I'm not into the frame. Yeah, okay. In fact, so I'm just reducing the area of all the purple and stuff. And replacing it with some of bluish reflection instead of purple. Okay, let's have something like this, and also on the edge here, very much taking some of this purple highlight. Oops, sorry, I'm really struggling at aiming for the frame here, putting the model in the frame so that you guys also can see. Okay, let's have something like this. I will rework that with the other colors. I want to have a solid coat of that highest light. That's good enough. Okay. Now let's orc. Yes, that is some wisdom here. There will be some orcs later. Okay, now. I'm reloading my brush, working my consistency as well. So now I have some of this kind of dark bluish gray. And let's have it on top of that here. Okay, something like this. So here I'm confirming that what I did on the leg works. by redoing it, and if it works I will do the whole leg. Something like this. Okay. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, there is that slight curve to this line here, which I think works well. And now I'm going to go for the darker color, which is in fact anthracite gray and AK paint, like this. More. Spend quite some time getting to the right dilution for each paint, because I feel like you would at least get some recognition. Well, thank you very much. The first step would be to have some recognition for the channel. that would be great. Yes, leave time to time, and I think we'll keep working on it. And when the time comes, you know, we'll see. But of course, I think that's the Grail, and there is the pilgrimage before finding the Grail, and so now I believe that's the story. Okay. I still have a hint of purple in there, which I think is not unwelcome. But yes, I've been posting videos on the channel for a few years, and I think it's been maybe 2 to 3 years where I've had more better pieces to show, and I haven't been consistent. I've been a father of a young child, and now I'm working on it to push it, and so it's a slow process. If you guys want to ride along, if you want to, you know, accompany me on this journey, well, you are very welcome to subscribe, in fact, to the channel. But you have to know that I do things, I have vision for the very long term, and so I would ask you to subscribe only if you also share this vision of long term, because one thing that breaks my heart is to see people unsubscribing, because it feels like I've done something wrong, but I don't know what. And so please only subscribe. You are very welcome to subscribe, but please make sure you're ready just to stand by me on the long run, if I may say so. Because yeah, Rome was not built in a day, and so yes, it's long, yes, it's a struggle, but I think it's the perseverance in the face of struggle that makes it. Do you have an Instagram? Yes, I do. So it's the same name as my channel. It's Chronicles of Tiny Battles. I shared a few pictures on there. I haven't really developed much, but yes, it's Chronicles of Tiny Battles. I have posted on there pictures of miniatures that I haven't posted on YouTube because it was not, I didn't film the process. So that's what you would see if you go there in addition to the YouTube content. So here I'm wrong to refine this highlight too much. I don't know if it will work, but I mean the colors. I don't even know if the colors will work, and so I'm refining maybe too much. But okay, that will be for the sketch, that will be good enough, like this. Okay, yes, better. Let me check. Yes, I think I could have some of a purple reflection in there. I mean, in this area here. In this area, like in the middle here, maybe something. Let me check. So the guy will be like this. And he may have a reflection, maybe just behind this line. Okay, let's try with this reddish purple. I think that would work fine. And so I will have it like so. Okay, like so. I will follow the curve and do a line following the curve, just to have some of that purple sunlight reflection. Oh no, this is, I will, well, okay. You know what? I will surround it with darker color just to have more contrast. But so you see here, oh, yes, okay. I think my instinct was right. And so the problem, if you guys join and you want to do this kind of work, I had to prioritize the lights. And so which one get the spotlight, which is the highest reflection. So this is the purple, but I think that was wrong. I think what is right is to have this blue and the counter reflection that are lower in value, so not as bright, would have some of this richness. And I think that's the way to go. And so here, that's the summary of, let me think, maybe 6 hours of work. And so here, if you have a takeout, here you go on the plate, just like I said. And so if you guys subscribe, and you will have notification to the lives. And I think I will share my experiments. So if you think it is valuable knowledge, you're very welcome to join. Huh. And you see, so I have my hint of purple in there. It's not very subtle. The way I see it is like, I see what like, the best is when it's like an illusion, and you, how to say, your brain reads it without seeing all the details of the trick. This model looks amazing, and I can tell your amount of quality because you're using a wine cork to hold your mini. Thank you very much, Fanon. Well, so I think it was how you call that? A mousseux. So kind of like champagne, but champagne is also is a brand, but you have different kinds of sparkling wines. Yes, I had to do this when I paint for miniatures that I place on a diorama. I use this DIY handle because they have no base, you see, and so I drill a hole, and that's the wire, and this is for the stability, because if I put it without this base, you see it's kind of rounded, and you put the model on the table, it will just topple. I've broken the sword here, and for me that was enough. I improved the process with this, and look, if I put it here, let me show you, I can be pretty rough. Well, I don't dare to do too much, but you see, that's pretty good. Okay. Let me check. You know what? I will add some radish as well, just at the very bottom. And this is, talking of wine red. So here we go. It's all about wine today, and I'm glad you joined, guys. Very pleased to have some company while I'm doing this experimental painting here. I don't know where it's going, but like the saying goes, it's not about the destination, it's about the friends you make along the way. And please let me know if my quote is accurate. Maybe I misquoted somewhere. But yeah, it's about the experiment to just get better. And now it won't work until it does. And so that's the spirit. No instant gratification, just work on this puzzle. How can I put in some chromatic explosion? Really, that's an explosion here. But I think already it's so much better. I don't know if you have seen, guys, the previous lives. Started okay, then it took a wrong turn, and then I expanded on the wrong turn, because it's very hard to know where you're wrong. And so you can do, yes, I have, okay, good. Let me do something here. Yes, okay. So if the diorama is in the background, then there is coloration issue. I think it's a lot better, because from this we can see there is something here, but it's not oblivious, and that's exactly what we want. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. Now let me just check this on the other side. Yes, so we have this light purple here. I have to do the other, so I use my lightest reflection in the center, and then I do the edges, around it. I build around it. So here I went to the blue, and on the left side, because I'm more towards the sun, I want a reflection in the purple. And so that's why I have my purple here, very diluted, and just like that. Was it diluted enough? I'm not sure. But I think that one pass kind of made the trick, because I already have some red underneath, and so it's kind of working. And so the left and the right, they're different, right? The center is this pale blue, and on the right we go to the kind of grayish desaturated blue, and on the left, closer to the sun, we go to this purple. And so I had this idea with that reflection. Oh, that is wine red reflection. So let me do something here. I will also have a secondary reflection with this wine red inside this space here on the left part. Let me check what I should have. Think of the shape of it. So if it's like this, I could have something just starting in the middle and going downwards. So something like this. Let me just wipe my brush. Here I have water on the hold of the brush. and so it's all slippery now. Better. Here we go. I'm really glad to have you joining, guys. It's a very good company. It was a bit hard for me today to start the live because this is really a puzzle, and faced with the uncertainty of the results, my motivation was really being questioned, and so I started anyways. And I see you guys joining and being here. It's heartwarming. Happy to share, and when the struggle is too intense, we are social animals, and it's online, but it's real. That's something that is incredible. So okay, let's do it. So also, I hope that if you are also welcoming, oh, I don't like it, because now it's a repeat of here and there. It's very interesting. Not too much, right? Too much of anything, just like Barry White said, too much of anything is not good for you, baby. I don't know about that. That's his wisdom. And that's a good question. Is it true, or you know what? Let me reassert the shadow here, and also here and there on the other side. Maybe I went a bit too much on the. Here we go. Something more subtle may do better. Okay. Rifin Sutanto 5570 said hi. Hi, mate. How are you doing? Okay, now I will reassert the dark, the black parts around this. So well diluted. It's important to keep that smoothness in the application. Okay, it looks all right. That doesn't look like a standard issue chain sword. Oh yes, you are the first one to notice. So I 3D printed this model, and the pose is unique. I designed when I assembled to print the parts. So this pose you'll find nowhere, and the sword, it is a ninja sword that I rescaled, and yes, I thought it had a lot of character, and so I like these power swords more than the chainsaws, and so well spotted. No one N4X20. That's pretty good for a 3D print. Well, thank you very much. I think 3D printing is absolutely relevant. And for me, I like it just because I have more freedom with the pose and the options. It's not very much about the cost. Well, not at all about the cost. I think if you buy one model from Games Workshop, you actually paint it and stuff. If you look at the price compared to the time you spend on it, the ratio is in fact very low. So it's pretty affordable. But it depends what you. Let me check. I think the problem is that it's in the middle and the middle again. So I think I will just get rid of this. Like, no worries. It was a try. And if I don't like it, I figured the sword was 3D print, but I didn't think the whole thing, it's very clean. When you print, you need a so resin printed, of course, and you need a 0.3 millimeter layer height, exactly. And so you would not have these lines that can come, you know, whatever. The print is longer, but you want one miniature that looks good. So if it has the lines, it doesn't look good. And so print less and print better is my motto. Okay, so now it's a lot better. Otherwise, it was too like obvious. Like resin, yes, resin. I always wondered if you could sandpaper off the print lines. That's a lot of work, and the dust from the, well, especially resin, if you print in resin, the dust is toxic, is harmful, it will kill you, literally. And so don't do that. And I think if you print with the right setup, it's not necessary. But if it's PLA, you know, print with PLA, it is not meant. I know there are some videos on YouTube like, oh, look at my miniature PLA. PLA is the arm like moving like this, layer by layer, building something that is more, how to say, when we think of 3D printing, if we don't know about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's how we do. But PLA is not for miniatures. Terrain, you should really, before you can print something decent with PLA, even for terrain, you know, because, okay, the scale is the same. So even if the piece is bigger, the scale is the same. And so for me, if I want to have some terrain, okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Here it is, this whole piece of terrain. Like the mountains and trees, they are all resin printed. No PLA. Why? Because when I take a picture, it's not only about the model, it's, you would see the lines. And so everything has to be on the same standards. And so I print everything with resin because you see like this, well, it's zoomed in a lot. And so that's why I'm very much a resin printing guy. I don't know if you say it like so, but got more water in there. And so, yeah, I would really advise to just get the, how to say, the setting right, and you don't send. No post-processing at all if you have the right setup. That's the way to go. And also something I love about resin printing is that I don't have to deal with the mold lines. Again, against workshop, I love the plastic, but the mold lines, let me show you, maybe I was painting this. Okay, so this is a commission painting. This is not finished, it's a work in progress, but you see here, so I just do the painting, right? Because removing the mold lines, it's Nemesis. And so you see here, this line, this is a mold line. So the Stormfronts, they are not the newer kits, so maybe now it's a bit better, but when you paint to that scale and that level of detail, you will see it. So that's what also I love with the resin models, no mold lines. Here we go. Okay, let me smooth out this transition to the purple, to the like this kind of white here. So this is just a sketch, and I will refine if it works, but I think it's better than before I started, so it's going in the right direction. Now I'm just smoothing that. Oopla, too much. I need tiny, tiny dots. Okay, something like this. You can pretend that more lines is a vein. Yeah, I know. If I do some plastic games social plastic, and whether I'm required to remove the mod lines, so if it's a commission, I would take the fee, the timely fee. So it's not really worth it, but the best is the buyer of the commission painting just removes it himself. I think it's the best. But if I do it for myself, of course I will remove them. If I do like a painting for a competition or a diorama, I would. Okay. Okay, that will be enough for a sketch. And now you see, this I don't like either. I think it's too much in the center again. Let me redo it. They need to inventory painting, put a figure in animation and AI paints it. You know what I think it will be coming. I don't see why. I'm not pessimistic about AI. I think I don't see a way out of it. And by the time when it will be able to do everything, we'll see what it does. To put it like so, I'm not sure it will spend that much time playing with plastic toys. So that's let's say the good news in the bad news, but definitely we are engineering there is no way back, but yeah, if it can do everything. But to an extent, we can already print PLA with colors, and I think the technology of printing with colors, it will come maybe 10 to 15 years. I don't think that's going to be disrupted to an extent that we would not have it. Lovely. Well, that's my take on the. Well, sorry, I don't know if you were talking about the painting or the take on AI, but in any cases, you got a point. Right, we would think that it's gonna be bad for jobs. It will the painting. I just got into the stream. Well, welcome, and thank you for your kind words. Let's have this. I think it works a lot better already. And now I will do the knee and here the leg. Continue it here. It's more subtle. I think it works a lot better. Like this. Just let me have one highlight here, have a big drop of purple that I think is a bit out of place. Lemon Ross 301 said hi. Hi. Okay, better. Like this. So here the challenge is about the chromatic wealth, richness, the chromatic richness. I want to put a lot in there. It's just to challenge myself. Yeah, about getting better. Okay, let's try. So now it's the knee pad. Lurk. Tartar sauces. Tartar sauces. How do you say that? Like this in English, tartar sauces. Welcome. Okay, nice. Again, second pass. I just want a pretty opaque highest light. And then I will work around the two edges here on the edge towards the sun with the purple and the other opposite edge towards the desaturated bluish gray. Okay, I'm getting pretty close to the highest highlight here. It's fine enough. And now I will go down, glaze back to, you know what, I will do it here as well, so maybe not. If I'm too greedy, then I will have too much, and then I may be tired and make a sloppy job for the end. So I do it part by part, and this one, and if I still have the drive and the energy, I will do this. I'm mixing here on my palette, intermediate tone between my highest light and my next layer. So it's kind of this here gray, desaturated. Okay, something like this. If you guys enjoyed the live, you can also check my long form videos. So in fact, this Space Marine is from a diorama. You can see the piece here, and you would see it fully onto my long form videos on my channel. It's a Space Marines versus Tau diorama, the chase. They've been, the Space Marine has been chasing the Tau on different worlds, sorry. And on this planet, it may come to an end. As you see, he's arming, he's going like this, and he's arming his sword here to maybe slash. And you would find that on my channel. Okay, something like this. It's working. It is. And so if you like what you're seeing now, whether it's live, maybe you come from the shorts or you've checked the long forms and you like what you're seeing, and you want to, see more, you can always subscribe. But I will have one request, is that before you do, you think, well, if you want to stand by the channel for some time, because I'm developing slowly. I need a lot of time, so maybe I won't be live streaming every day and this and that. And sometimes people subscribe and then somehow they unsubscribe, and this is really breaking my heart. I don't know why they wouldn't subscribe, but it makes me feel like I've done something wrong. So you don't have to subscribe. If you like what you see, you can. I invite you to subscribe, and you would be very welcome, but only if you would stay with me here on this journey on the long run. That would be awesome. Okay, now I have my darker color. It's anthracite gray from AK. And now that I am just retaking all of these colors, I think I just have a hue here on the side, purple, and that's exactly enough. I think I may have something stronger here, stronger purple, maybe here on the edge here. I will come back and have this stronger purple light to be a bit more reminiscent, but also less is more. And so it could be that it would be a mistake, but here is very, how I said, it's an experiment. It's I'm just trying with pushing my limits, and so I don't have the answer to what I'm doing. I'm just trying, and that's how I see the lives I do. It's experimental. Here we go. The word was eluding me. Experimental painting. Okay, something like this, I think is good enough. I've lost my mid-lights though. Let me try to get back some of that. With oh yes, that was this mix I made here. Yeah, of course. So this is part of a diorama, but I cannot make a diorama each week. This is just impossible, absolutely impossible. Even once a month is not something I can do now. Okay, getting back to the highest highlights. Yes, a bit more texture to the paint. This was very fluid, so transparent. Whoops. Oh, something like this. Yes, pretty good. And then lastly, I will fade again my highlight here. Let me continue the line also at the top. I've just seen, you know, I paint and observe and paint and observe. And so here, I think my line here should continue like this. Opla, let's do it like this, okay. Okay, good enough. Opla, a bit more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. Like this. Okay, I will reassert my highest highlight. Just a drop here. And pretty good. Yes, perfect. And you know what, for the sketch, that will be it. Like this. And now I have a bit of purple here. I will also use this lighter bluish purple to finish the transition. And something like this. And okay, is it diluted enough? If it's well diluted, I can do just one pass. If I reach, oh yeah, this is all right. Let's go. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. That's enough. Like this, just a tiny hint of the color. And let me do something while I'm at it. I will add some of that here. Let me check. Should I do it? No. Will I do it? Yes. Yeah, just to have a bit more purple in there. Then I will fade it back to the shadow again. Again, this is very experimental, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's a fair statement. I could do like the professional master painter, as if everything was under control. No, it's a bit of creative chaos and attempts, correction, and it's okay. Okay, and now I will fade the purple here into the dark area with what? With some of this darker, let me check. Let's try something drastic. No, I dare not. Violet red. So still got a good amount of violet here I was thinking of the magenta wine red, but maybe that's too red. And so let's be cautious. Okay, good consistency now. Oh, like this. Glaze that back in the shadow. Okay, wait for it to dry and have a second pass. Okay. It's pretty fair. And now I have my darker color here in the center again to really put that back into something pretty dark. Here we go. Yes, here. Okay. So that here I have very subtle purplish hue that is just reminiscent of the sunlight. Here, okay, oops. Yeah, never mind. And so I have a hint of purple here when you have the models like this. Okay, again. And if that's good enough, now I have some dark gray to put back in the middle of that. And that will be about it. So just diluting to have a soft transition. Is it enough? Maybe a bit more water. Yes, like this. Okay. And here we go. Okay, wait for it to dry. And I have a second pass. Just reinforcing the contrast. Brings a lot of interest. I think it's good enough, like this. Okay. I think now from this side, it's a lot more pleasant. And well, of course, this is not finished. So this area here, maybe this also needs something here. I don't know. Let me try now. I feel like it could have some gray in there, some of that bluish gray. That will help. Oh, Okay, wait for it to dry. I have a second pass. So here I did something, slight mistake, it's all right. Okay, like this. Not sure it works, but it's okay. I will fade that back into the two. Let me see if I can erase this here. No, okay, never mind. Okay. Okay, helping the transition. And the last thing was just this red here, wine red, pretty vibrant because it comes from the, maybe too vibrant here. Beautiful miniature. What chapter is it? It is not from any chapter, to be honest. I don't abide much by the lore. So here we go. Maybe it's my own chapter. It has no name yet, I would say, but just I like the anonymity because for me the main focusing is on the storytelling, on the action that is captured into each diorama. And if you haven't seen where this is from, you can check my videos, my long form videos. There is a diorama, my last one, Space Marines chasing a Tau on different worlds, and this is a scene capturing maybe what could be the end of the chase, because he's arming his sword like this, ready to slash. But is the Tau going to escape once more? Well, it's up to you to decide. So that's the idea behind this diorama. And so, yeah, the chapter for me is not driving my decisions. I think yes, it has a good potential here. This line you see, just how to integrate. So a Grey Knight. Well, if you really want to put that into a box, you could say Grey Knights. In fact, Grey Knights, I think they're really great, but they really lack new models, new miniatures, and extended range and everything. Wow, I like that. Look at this reflection here. And so I think that's the magic of painting, is here I'm discovering it at the same time as you do, guys. Just like I said, this is a toe slasher Grey Knight. Very well, very nice. Very good. Sorry, English is not my mother tongue, so that's why I stutter, and my apologies. Yes, it has some potential, and this is experimental. Just like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So if I get great result, I'm very thrilled, because this is just an attempt, and it could go either way. Sometimes it goes well, and then a wrong turn is enough to, you know, bring you 3 steps back again. So, but that's the, how to say, the thrill of the painting. Yes, something like this. I think it's pretty good. Because I still have a good amount of purple, but it's not the dominant highlight. So it's just a transition, better transition. So this also I will rework on that, but today was just about this light here, wanting to find a solution for that. And I think I have. So just solving the equation, the puzzle, one piece at a time, exactly. Because here my objective is chromatic richness. And like I said, if you watch my channel, you will see that almost everything I have painted, minus a couple miniatures, is on my channel. And I think I keep it as a diary of my personal journey. It's not like hundreds and hundreds of miniatures, but it's about pushing myself on some miniatures, just to, you know, even if then I take the risk to spend a lot of time for nothing, you know, because I don't know what I'm doing many times, because I'm just pushing myself, so I'm out of my limits, and so that's when you do things that you know, don't make sense, and but that's also where you learn the most. And so that's why now that's what I do. I commit to that. Okay. Something like this. I think for today that will be it for the session. I think I've been going into the right direction, and I don't want to do too much, because doing too much I may take a wrong turn again. Now I think a break will be beneficial for the paint job. So although I haven't finished this part, it's okay, because I have provided a big effort on this thigh here and this plate, creativity, brain energy. And so I'm very thankful that you guys joined the live. And if you guys want to see more of what I do, you can check my channel, subscribe subscribe if you like the content I make, whether it's the live, shorts, or all the long forms. But I would invite you to consider if you want to stick with me on the long run, because for me it takes me a lot of time to paint and create, and so I don't post very often, I would say. Well, the live now I can do more often, so that's it. But I see sometimes people, they subscribe and maybe I don't reach the expectation, they unsubscribe, and it really breaks my heart, and because it makes me feel like I've done something wrong, but I don't know what. So please consider if you are if you agree to stick with me on the long run. And if you do, you won't be disappointed, sorry, because I'm aiming to develop in the coming years, really, hopefully do something great. But it will take me time, and if you are willing to stand by me, I will be the most thankful. So thank you again for joining the live, and see you next time, guys.